long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love.
Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
So, I want to talk a little bit about the Easter eggs in Skeleton Crew, the first 2 episodes. There's a lot. Of course, there's the beginning scene where the bulk freighter is boarded just exactly like the Tantive 4 was boarded by Darth Vader's stormtroopers in A New Hope. In fact, even the shot of the ship coming in to focus was an overhead shot, which was pretty cool. But the neighborhood that Wim and Neil grow up in looks just like any neighborhood from E.T. All right, looks like any suburban neighborhood, maybe even, dare I say, Poltergeist. Okay, it's just, generic, etc. So, and those aren't the mere Easter eggs. Some of them are funny, some of them are confusing. Wim and, actually it's not Wim and Neil, it's Fern and KB need a power converter for their bike, and that's an echo of Luke wanting to go to Tashi Station on Tatooine from A New Hope, hoping to get look for some power converters there. So you've got this show, Skeleton Crew, echoing that. Easter egg, sorry. So then we've got Wim telling Fern her hover bike is pretty wizard. That is a standard slang term for meaning cool, and it comes from The Phantom Menace, when I believe Kester tells Anakin his pod racer is wizard. And it's also echoed by Din Djarin when Din tells Peli that the new ship she fixed up for him is pretty wizard. So it's obviously like a slang term in the galaxy, but it's kind of nice to see the echoes of, the terms we know being bandied about in these new Star Wars shows. And it's an echo back from the prequels. And then we've got the Force theme, Binary Sunset, played when Jude Law reveals himself and basically uses what looks like the Force to get the key to get out. So you're asking yourself, why didn't he do that before? If he has the ability to get the key anyway, why didn't he just do that? And but it tells you something about the character. But is he really Jode Nawood, or is he the captain from the beginning? Where is the captain from the beginning? These are questions that need to be asked. Like other Star Wars movies and Star Wars TV shows, you're always going to have a sense of mystery around some character. In the original Star Wars, Darth Vader was a mystery. Yoda was a mystery. Han Solo's a mystery because we don't know anything about his background. He's just a guy they hired to fly them to Alderaan that got tied up with the rebellion, whether he wanted to or not. And Jode's character is just a continuation of a character that sticks out because of his lack of a background story. And it will open up as we go on.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen. with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place. This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the temple. That time has passed. And our future is uncertain. We will each be challenged. Our trust, our faith, our friendships. But we must persevere. And in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
I do think that Jude Law's character is probably that captain from the beginning when, they go to attack that ship, lose a bunch of guys, and all they've got to show is an old Republic credit. That's it. It's just a Republic credit, just one. And I can see a pirate crew getting pissed off and throwing their captain into the brig. This would not surprise me at all that he kind of made a mistake with that. And so we've got him kind of purposefully being put in a position at the end as being the mystery, but we may already know who he is. He is just going to be, I think, an echo back, like I said, to other mysterious figures in Star Wars that were intriguing, that people fell in love with. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen here. But let's talk more about the other Easter eggs because they're very interesting, and I'm not going to go through all of them. Okay, we'd be here all day. So then we've got one of the kids who wants to race KB and Fern is named Banj Falfa, which is the phonetic word spelling of Falfa, Phalfa. Harrison Ford's character in American Graffiti was Bob Falfa. He was one that dared one of the main characters to drag race, and he got into a bad accident, which echoes actually George Lucas's life fearing moment when he got into an accident. The thing that I find intriguing is that the kid looks just like Adam Driver. He looks literally just like Adam Driver. He looks like a tiny aardvark. Okay. So I don't know if that was intentional, but I could see, because no Kyle Ron mask in the beginning, I could see Favreau also adding a little bit of a middle finger salute by using a much beloved other character's name and rubbing Kennedy's nose into it. Then we've got another pirate named Gunter, which is, I think, an echo back to the movie Ready Player One, who's played by Jaleel White, who played Urkel in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So, the Gunters in Ready Player One were the characters that went into the Oasis to play the game to win the Oasis. All right? And if you were the Gunter that got all of the Easter eggs, the Oasis would belong to you. So, it's an interesting little callback to a Spielberg movie that I personally really liked. And then we've got another pirate getting a tattoo in Port Borgo, where they land. And it's a Hut Clan sigil. And it kind of indicates that the Hutts are very well doing their thing and just, doing what they do. They're still around, causing trouble. And here's what it looks like. So it's funny. Every sort of entity in Star Wars has its own monogram or logo. We know what the Rebellions looks like. We know what the New Alliance looks like. We know what the Jedi logo is. We know what the Sith logo is. Okay, so the Hutts have their own, which I find intriguing, and it's a good indicator that they're still definitely around and still a thing to behold. And then, of course, one of the cages in Port Borgo features what appears to be the fuzzball from the 86 short film Captain EO, which starred Michael Jackson, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and written by George Lucas. I saw that when I was in high school. Gotta understand, Michael Jackson was a real BFD, and he's still one of the greatest, if not the greatest performer in pop history. There's a reason why. Here's the fuzzball. Now we've got the Port Borgo thing. Port Borgo goes all the way back to Legends. It was a place in the Outer Rim that apparently was colonized by the original empire of the galaxy, the Rakata. And it went all through Legends. It's mentioned in that terrible book, The Smuggler's Handbook. It's just, The Smuggler's Handbook is a fuck you to Han and Leia, is what it is. So my attitude is if you have it, you got a fireplace, you know what to do. These are just some of the Easter eggs that are found. I will leave the story in the description of what's the other Easter eggs. There is one that's intriguing on Wim's tablet. I think it's Screen Crush says what he's reading is a story about a Jedi that is not Luke Skywalker or Anakin. But Holocron, the site that I got this from, says it's about Luke and Anakin. It could be about either. They didn't read the Albrish. The guy from Screen Crush did. I don't know. I would hope it would be a callback to Luke and or at least Anakin Skywalker. But one of the Jedi, the blonde one, has a green lightsaber, and that would definitely be Luke Skywalker. That's one of the big Easter eggs, and I just don't know what to think about it. I mean, you guys, if somebody out there knows Albrish and can get some ideas from it, and tell me what you think, please leave it in the comments. And of course, here's Kojak wishing you guys a very happy contemplative Advent Christmas season, and I hope your Thanksgiving was great. He helped eat turkey and was a definite menace in the kitchen, getting fur everywhere and just being very cute. His sister doesn't like him. That would be K.O. Gorgeous, my mare. But, you know, that's what happens. Anyway, I want you guys to get ready because I'll probably go live. Sometimes it's this week, and then we'll get back into our regular mode because I won't be decorating my house. But anyway, there is something that Chris Gore said about a same-sex couple in the story. I've got a theory about it, and it's not anything to get too concerned about. And in fact, I think it's almost like a fuck you. And if the parents are the parents of, or the so-called parents of Neil, for all we know, I don't know what Neil's species is supposed to be, but for all we know, Neil's species are hermaphrodites, and they can change sexes. All right, like Hutts, because Hutts can do that. All right, so Jabba the Hutt could be Jabalina, if you wanted to be. Okay, so anyway, just so you guys get a heads up, I don't want anybody freaking out. Personally, if it's done the right way and it's not shoved in our faces, it won't piss me off. So from Kojak and me and the family, we'll see you guys around the galaxy, and have a good afternoon.